So first thing we do is to get the horse accustomed to the racket, and we'd start off by giving the horse little rubs with the racket all over, little circular rubs all over his body. Right, so that the racket is to be an extension of our hand. The racket is never used on a horse for Polocrosse, so they get to feel that it's just as safe as our hands. Make sure that you rub them under the neck and on the forehead. These are a little bit troublesome spots for horses, and so it's good to have that out of the way. Finish up, of course you'll do the other side as well, but finish up by stroking the horse. All right, fella, stroking the horse all over. Okay, and all right, fella, good boy. Right, so next then, we get the horse accustomed to the racket being swung around his head. Put yourself between the racket and the horse, and just give the racket a swing in rhythm first of all, and then swing the racket over your head like that, and do that on both sides, so you'll have to hold the racket in your left hand when you're on the other side. Okay, so just get it swinging and get it making a little bit of noise, and then so that's the start of it. Now, to get him used to the ball, and that can take even more, it can be a little more troublesome than the racket. We just throw the ball a small little bit, a couple of yards at a time, and follow the ball. Okay, so that the horse gets the idea that he's following the ball, and throw the ball away from you and have the horse come after the ball. Next, throw the ball across the horse's line so that he gets used to something, and push the horse over to go for it. So he gets used to the idea of something traveling across in front of his face. So that's about it for the groundwork before we get on him. And that, if you do it, say for a few minutes, like 6 or 7 minutes for 3 or 4 sessions, they get accustomed to it and there's no fuss about it whatsoever. We do all the same things when we're riding, and just to get the horse accustomed to it when we're riding. Now, we'll have Shirley up and we'll show you some training tips for getting the horse going when you're riding him.
Thank you.
Alright, Shirley, so if you walk him around now on a loose rein. This is Shirley McDonough and Lancer. And Lancer is an experienced Polocrosse pony, but is quiet enough so it can be used in any of the grades. When we're riding on a loose rein, if you like to trot on then, Shirley, when we're riding on a loose rein, we're just using the rein to get the horse listening to our weight. Ideally we use our weight to direct the horse, and then use the rein to get the horse, to correct him if he's going a little bit off course. That's the first thing we want to do, is to get the horse just tuning into where our body is directing him. Okay. Next we have some soft stops. So a nice easy stop, Shirley, when you're ready. Nice and easy. And walk on again. And on you go. And trot on again. So it's just easy stops so that we don't put any pressure on the horse's joints, either his hocks or... That's it. And on you go again. We won't keep him... He's a bit fussed because the other horses are down there. That's it. Now, we'll stop and do a little turn back. So that's much better now. Little turn back and trot on again. That's nice. Then we'll turn back and put a little bit more oomph in it. So you'll turn back and canter away. Good job. And we'll do the same again. So now we start to put the horse under a little bit more pressure, and we're getting changes of leg, and he's turning back underneath himself. That's grand, Shirley. Well done. Thank you. Right. Next, we want to get the horse moving sideways. So if you just turn to face us for a sec and get them to shift over a little bit. So we get them moving, so we'll use this, and maybe we go back again. We'll use this whenever we want to push a horse to get him to push another horse off the line or whatever. That's grand, thank you. Right, that's all very fine, but to start off doing it, we'll do it very easily. And the first thing we want to do is to get a turn on the forehand. So we put back one leg and get him to swing his tail end around. So if you do that for me, Shirley. So we get the hind feet to step around, and if we just get a couple of steps at a time, that's great. We'll do another couple. So you put back one leg, and just as the horse comes around, we'll see that Shirley's leg is back to push the horse around. That's excellent. Grand job. Good. Right. Next thing we want to get is a turn on the haunches, or turn on the hocks. So we carry our hands to one side and get him to do a turn so his hind feet stay more or less in the same spot. And this is the best exercise for Polocrosse. That's great. And going the other way. So as we get the horse doing that, that's it. Now you can walk off and stop, and we'll have a rein back when you're ready. So all these exercises, we do them one step at a time. And as the horse is doing the exercise, when he does it correctly, we ease off the rein. That's great. He goes back good, doesn't he? Walk on then. Right. So that's the basis of what we want for getting horses going for Polocrosse. It's to go back, forward, and to turn, and get him accustomed to the racket. And then after that, it's just a matter of getting him into games, and there are loads of tournaments around the country to get the horse into, and it's an easy and cheap sport to be into. So I hope you can all make a go of it. Thank you.